An expanded version of the following warnings and recommendations can be found in the book Bone Marrow CHIKUNG. Be sure that the microcosmic orbit is clear of any blockages. Be well versed in all of the prerequisites before attempting this practice. Without a degree of mastery of Iron Shirt Qigong 1, a student may not be grounded enough to safely accumulate external energies. Without the 6 healing sounds, the organs may overheat. Without the microcosmic orbit meditation, there is no point in doing any practice taught in this system. Trouble would be the only result. If you have not mastered the sexual power lock and therefore cannot prevent an ejaculation, you should not practice Qi weightlifting. Practice healing love instead. If you have mastered these techniques but you lose your seminal fluid accidentally, abstain from Qi weightlifting for at least 2 to 3 days after the accident. Be prepared to drastically reduce the weight you would normally lift since Qi diminishes with the loss of seminal fluid, making the practice unsafe. If you have not mastered the orgasmic draw, do so before you practice Qi weightlifting. Although Qi weightlifting is actually safer for women than it is for men, less Qi will be available for the internal organs to pull the weight if too much sexual energy is expended. Women should never continue Qi weightlifting during a menstrual period, vaginal infection, or at any stage of pregnancy. When these times have passed, practice may be resumed. Wait at least 2 or 3 days until after menstruation has finished. The ancient Taoist masters advised that one abstain from sex for the first 100 days of this practice. For the best results in the modern world, abstain at least until you have comfortably mastered the lightest weights. Do not try to speed up your progress for this purpose. This is recommended because men and women must fully retain their sexual energy before they can safely practice Qi weightlifting. Take extra care not to allow the accumulation of too much sexual energy in the head. Headaches, numbness, or discomfort can be alleviated by pressing the tongue to the roof of the mouth and drawing the pressure out of the head, down through the tongue, and into the navel. Spiral the energy, following the same procedures used at the end of the microcosmic orbit meditation. Men may find, upon mastering Qi weightlifting, their power draw is so powerful that the testicles are drawn into the body after the weights are removed. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come of this, provided that you relax and don't cause yourself any harm through fear or rash action. You may employ the genital compression technique, but it is not absolutely necessary. The testicles descend by themselves within a few minutes, or at the most, a few hours. Never try to lift weights without using the entire groin. The cloth must be tied around the penis and the testicles together. Never lift weights with an erection. This can lead to a great deal of pain as the pressure of the weight expands into the already engorged head of the penis. Further, lifting with an erection may create conditions which can lead to blood clots. To help prevent painful slippage of the cloth, tighten the knot at the base of the testicles so that it almost touches the perineum. Try to avoid too much slack around the groin while lifting, but do not cut off circulation. In the beginning stages of practice, a man might feel a little pain in the groin or in the abdomen caused by the lifting of the weight. Massage very carefully before and after Qi weightlifting and follow the procedures with caution. The massage should reduce any pain you may experience. If you feel pain in your internal organs after training, practice the microcosmic orbit meditation and the 6 healing sounds until the pain is gone. The pain may be a sign of overheating, which means the Qi weightlifting should be discontinued until the pain subsides. This may also be an indication that your internal organs are not in a healthy condition. If so, resume practicing the less advanced techniques instead of Qi weightlifting until you can comfortably lift weights. If you know that you already have a blood clot from circumstances which predate this practice, consult a physician about the severity of the problem before attempting Qi weightlifting. If you scratch the skin of the sexual organs, clean the area and allow it to heal before you do this practice. You can practice hitting with the massage techniques, but it is best to avoid lifting weights if the groin is hurt. See a physician or gynecologist for wounds within the vaginal wall that require medication. Although it is better to lift less weight for longer periods of time than to lift heavier weights for shorter periods, avoid lifting any weights for more than 60 seconds. Men in particular must avoid cutting off the circulation of blood to the testicles. Do not try to outdo yourself or anyone else because you then stand a good chance of getting hurt. If you feel any strain at all, remove the weights immediately. If you haven't practiced for more than a week, do not return to the same weight you were able to lift before the layoff. Build up again, slowly, to avoid injuring yourself. Be especially careful if you suffer from high blood pressure. The power draw and orgasmic draw can raise the blood pressure considerably if you do not have your microcosmic orbit open sufficiently. If the microcosmic orbit is open and flowing, the blood pressure can be reduced and eventually controlled. Do not practice chi weightlifting and hitting on a full stomach. Wait at least 1 hour after a meal before practicing. Also, to keep from losing chi when you have finished exercising, do not eat for 1/2 hour to an hour. Do not shower right away after practice, especially if you sweat. Allow your body to cool down for a while. You are still absorbing chi at this point, therefore it is better to avoid washing away external energy. If you have washed before practicing, be sure to dry yourself thoroughly, otherwise you may abrade yourself if your skin is still moist when you apply the weight. Urinate or have a bowel movement before practice. If this is not possible, try to wait 1 or 2 hours after practice before fulfilling these functions in order to prevent any loss of accumulated chi. This will give the body time to absorb the chi into the bones, organs, and glands, collect the energy in the navel. In hot weather, do not drink too much cold water because the body must expend a great deal of internal energy to warm it. This may result in too much cold energy in the heart, which can be harmful. Many people have reported a loss of desire for alcohol, drugs, tobacco, coffee, and tea as a result of the detoxification initiated by chi weightlifting and hitting. It is best to avoid these toxic substances in any case, but keep in mind that they will satisfy you less if you detoxify faster than these substances are taken in. The stimulation they offer may not occur if they are forced out of the body before they can affect you. Do not stand on a cold floor during practice. If there is no rug, stand on a towel. A cold floor will draw away your energy. In the early stages, avoid practicing at night because you may not be able to sleep. When you become proficient, you should be able to practice at any time. Be aware that practices that draw sexual energy into the body can spread any existing venereal infection. Be sure that you are free from such problems before attempting the sexual energy massage or chi weightlifting. Be aware of your body's reactions to chi weightlifting. Although this system is known for its many safeguards to avoid side effects, it's difficult to account for the internal differences in people. Any problems that do not appear to be covered in this video must be directed to the Healing Tao.
For me, doing this practice has been very empowering, personally empowering. It's been a way for me to feel I'm taking charge of my body and my energy. And not only becoming more aware of it, but feeling more in charge of it. It's also helped me to open up more in the abdominal and pelvic area, which for me, when I came to this practice, was very closed. When I have done the practice, I have brought that sexual energy, which can be very healing energy, up to different organs, especially to the brain, which is where I've had most of my disease process going on. And I have had periods after a stroke where I've had difficulty speaking and thinking, and what I've done is brought that energy up there and then been able to reconnect up the pathways that are there. Again, as Nicole mentioned, so that on tests that they have given me, both cognitive tests as well as MRIs, magnetic resonance imaging tests, so that it shows a change in the brain, a healing in the brain.
And what I realized is it's necessary to progress and add weights in a proper time span. But you can stay in first grade the rest of your life and get nothing out of first grade. You know, there's a time span for first grade. So what I did was I started to practice every day diligently. Started hanging 2.5. Well, when he left, I said, well, heck, I went to 5 pounds right away. And I found 5 pounds was very easy. So I started with 5 pounds. And I beat every day, I hung every day, and I meditated. And I moved to 7.5 pounds within maybe a month. 7.5 pounds, I didn't feel anything different. I felt it very easy. And then I moved to 10 pounds. 10 pounds, I felt something happening internally, but wasn't really able to address it. When I went to 12 pounds, I felt the kidneys, as it shows in the Iron Strength book. I began to hang, I felt the pressure, I felt extra, and then all of a sudden, as I packed and pulled up, the kidneys went right in and went profoundly, and the weight on the genitals and the sexual organ subsided 50–70%. It felt like almost there was nothing there. I did it for a while and went to 15 pounds, and thereabouts I stopped doing the practice. And now is the third part. When I came back to this workshop thinking of becoming certified, which I was last, and now it's a 25-pound weight, I figured, well, I had 15 pounds. I should be able to go right back to 15 pounds. Well, I started at 7.5 pounds, and I found 7.5 pounds very easy. So within a week, I went to 10 pounds, and I felt, boom, I felt I didn't have the strength, and I backed off real quick on the first hang. So if you do hang and you get to a level, and you do back off and you don't practice for a while, very clearly start at a lesser weight and slowly work into it again.
Warning, okay, that the weightlifting, again, don't go heavy weight. Okay? That the people that you do at home by yourself, try not to go beyond 10 pounds. Sexual energy, apparently, the sexual energy apparently will help regrow the marrow. So we can return the sexual energy back to help you regrow the bone marrow within the bone. But putting on the weight, okay, putting on the weight on the sexual organ, and if we force you to pull the weight up, it's forcing you to pull up. So in that way, there are few things happen. That will help you develop the chi inside your body. If your organ drop down, it will help you pull up the organ. Now, and you weight on the weight hanging on the sexual organ, when you have a very direct exercise or very directly pressure on the sexual organ, and you're going to force the hormone producing more. In the lady, here's the vagina, and when you turn here, you have the cervix, and you have the ovary. Okay. Now, if we look at the middle here, here the vagina, here the channel, here the cervix, is connecting. Okay, the whole thing connecting the vagina and the channel, and this whole thing apart is very important. Okay, because it's on the base also. And oftentimes when people have no chi, the whole organ all stacking down here. The whole organ on the top stacking down here. And each organ have to have their own chi to lift up, so you don't stack on each other. When you stack on each other, the blood, the chi, everything in the lower part, they don't flow. So the ladies end up with a lot of sex, no, cannot feel orgasm, all kind of problems. You see, it can happen in the ovary because there's no chi in there, no energy in there. When you pull up with the weight that you tie on, if you have to be pulled, the vagina have to be pulled up. Okay, so you have to lift up the vagina and the cervix and the ovary. At the same time, the weight pull down the channel, the cervix, and the vagina. And in this one, the ovary also connecting to many other organs. So the other organ have to be all at the same time pull the ovary up, because you train one by one. The first time is the vagina pull up, the ovary pull up, the egg and the cervix pull up. And when you're good enough, you go up into the bladder, you go up to the kidney, you actually feel the internal organ actually pull you up. One by one is inside, especially when you use the tongue to help. You can actually feel the organ pull the weight up. And with this way, you add up more weight in there, and you can see that how the improvement of it. Before you practice, you should do the we call by like power lock. So you inhale, pull up. Let's do together. Do a few times. Inhale, pull up. Inhale, contract. Tighten your tongue, teeth, chin. That is in the power lock in the sexual practice. Okay? So inhale. You lightly contract, tighten your muscle, tighten your teeth, press your tongue, and put your chin a little bit. Okay? And pull your eye, look up a little bit, and pull up the sexual organ. And exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Like that. This practice is very important because you strengthen your muscle. Strengthening your muscle. So you have this muscle to help you pull up the weight. Okay, pull up the weight. Very important, before you go to weightlifting, you must do the massage first. So you do the massage before you want to do a weightlifting. You massage testicle, hit the pedicle, and pull the testicle, pull left and right, pull down, up and down, and massage the perineum and the coccyx. The equipment of weightlifting, you have the silk cloth, you have the weight, and you have the wire beater, and we also have the mung bean detail also. Okay, and the rattan that is for the skin and the nervous system, the pain. Now the tightening a knot is very important. That the first thing you fold in half first, and the second thing you fold another half, and the third you fold another half. The important part is try to get the edge of it inside, the edge of the silk cloth, and all you need to fold the middle like this only. Don't have to fold all of them. Okay, and you fold in like this. Now the type there are two ways. The way I like the most is direct, very simple direct type away, and if you have pelvic hair, get the pelvic hair out all the way. Okay, so you slide in the pelvic hair first, and you put like this. In the bottom here, a cloth, and tighten it. Tighten a little bit more, that you can feel not slip. The painful part is slip. Okay. Now the theory is that this part they always block when we are elections. When we election, the chi and blood is here and they block them. So usually when you hang, it's about 30 seconds to 60 seconds. That's it. So there's no going to be a problem with that. That they've been doing for thousands and thousands of years in that way. Okay. Now when you tie the weight this way, just you tie a normal way again, tie the weight. And when you want to hang, the first thing is when you pull up to the kidney and use the other hand, pull up this way. Okay? And you slowly drop it and feel how you feel. If, for example, you feel, oh, I cannot take it, all you have to do is just put it down. Okay? It's very important. First time you lift up and feel how you feel, and you think that I'm okay, you can swing. You can swing. Swing 30 times. Anytime anything happen, drop down. That's why we make this one long and this one long. Anytime you drop down, it's on the floor right away. In that second, right on the floor. So you don't have anything happen at all. Okay? So the safety are built in many thousand years of practice. So again, that you come up, with your hand come up first, your finger palm first, and really slowly feel it, send it there how you feel, and you start to swing. You swing it, inhale, pull up, inhale, pull up, exhale, inhale, pull up, keep it pull tight up the back, and pull it like that. And when you're ready, You want to go to pull it down and untie it. Untie this one and untie it. Okay? And this one way. Another way, some people may find useful of it, but I don't use that much, is you do a rope this way and this way, and you get a closet, a slit, okay, and you go in this way. And you put tight. When you want to come out, all you have to do is go this way and get out. Now in this way, you need to have two ropes, one for special hanging only. But I find out when you heavy weight, you cannot do it well. When heavy weight, you cannot do it very well. It's not that good tight. So in this way, I hang it this way. Okay. It seems like easy, but you lighter weight. Heavy weight is slip. It slip out. When you come out, you pull this way, get it out. Okay. Now, hanging heavy weight is not mean. Okay. Like in Taiwan and other places, they teach people the minimum to 100 pounds. Okay. And I have people come to me from Taiwan, actually come to me because they heard about me and learn from me. And they get hurt so much. A lot of people get hurt. And I can do it 100 pounds, but I don't want to show it because I don't want people expression that you can do that much. It's for show only. Okay. Now one of the person tried to hang 300 pounds, 400 pounds like that, and he ended up with his life. That's it. Something break in the brain, something like that. It's not a heavy weight you are living. It's how much you benefited, and you need to do microcosmic. You need to do the CHIKUNG sound. You need to circulate the energy, absorb the energy, which they don't teach it, and that's what the problem is in there. The whole problem is they don't do the bone breathing, you don't do the microcosmic, and just the weightlifting only. After you finish the weightlifting, you still have to massage it. Loosen massage the perineum, testicle, sexual organ, and pull them for a few times and loosen it. And after that, we go into the heating.
Before you practice the chi weightlifting, the massage, you can massage around the perineum because that will help you a lot. Before make sure the muscle in the perineum is relaxed, and massage a little bit around until around so a little bit, so you can start the chi weightlifting. We're going to start the chi weightlifting. And the important thing for we go to the chi weightlifting, we should know the exercise already. From you taking the healing love, and if the people you never take the healing love before, you should refer to the book of the healing love about the egg exercise and the vagina contraction. The egg weightlifting is the one helping support for the bone marrow exercise, because it's the way we raising the energy in our body from the sexual practice, and we bring the energy to absorb to the bone. It's just you get something for the bone breathing. You can breathe the energy out from outside, spiral the cosmic energy, but you still the internal energy that we can get it out to practice with the bone breathing, to make the bone is tune up the activity in the bone. You go to practice the chi weightlifting, that means you should be able to control the move of the egg in the vagina canal already. Make sure you can move the egg so it's easy for you. You're going to lift the weight. For me, recommend for you start, maybe you can start by half a pound. You can use some nice bottle or even a bag that means whatever you can grab it. And put some stone or some metal nail or something also can, and you just tie it. But make sure you have to be secure, because if not secure, for beginning half a pound is not going to be hurt you. But when you increase for a pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, if not secure, they might fall down and hit your toe. After the arousal of the sexual organ a little bit, when you feel the vagina canal is start open a little bit, and you can start the chi wet lifting by insert the egg in the vagina canal. When you insert the egg in vagina canal, and you can slightly pull the first front part and try to pull the egg in. So the egg will move in, make sure it's secure. And you can have your hand pull, make sure it's secure before you add out the weight in. You can, for beginning, you can use a plastic bag or a bottle if you don't want to get too much for the beginning. And you can just tie up. And after you tie up, make sure it's secure. You can pull a little bit. When you secure, you can swing to make it secure. And when you swing, and the first thing, pull up the perineum. Feel the vagina close, and you let the weight down, and you start to swing. You can start by 9 times, 18 times, or 36 times, little by little. When you swing, you pull up the energy from the right kidney and left, the right anus and left anus to the right kidney and left kidney. That will help you more holding the weight and grip the front part as well. And you just start to swing. 9 times, 18 times, or 36 times. You can increase up to 36 times. When you finish, slowly hold the weight first. And slowly pull the egg out from the vagina canal. And after that, you sit down. Remember, do the orgasmic upward dog 9 times. And do the beating, the bone beating, and end up with the microcosmic or CHIKUNG sound if you feel you overheat or something like that. Some of you, when you do the sexual practice, you might, because it's a lot of energy. If you have blockage, you might have some pain or feel uncomfortable in the sexual center area, because the energy try to put through your blockage, especially the lady have the ovary cyst or tumor. You need to massage the ovary after you do the practice. Or do the massage in this area also. Hit lightly also can.
The first one, we're going to start to awakening the dantian. The dantian is below the navel, here, a small one. So we hit about 3 to 6 times. You inhale, normally no packing, just hit it. Okay, I show you, and we do. And after that, rest, aware of it, feel the energy activate. And we hit the dog line on the back here 3 times. Resting periods is important. Rest and feel the energy activate in the area. And now, the next is the back of the knee, which accumulate a lot of toxic. Usually I do 6 times, You can do 3 to 6 times. And this will block a lot of toxic in there, between the joints. That's where the people get arthritis and problems. And the elbow, rest, feel the energy. So all these are major joints opening. And you feel the joint opening. Okay? And the next, we always start with the nerve on the abdominal. The straight line all the way down and all the way up. When you come to the stomach, hit down this way. So you hold like this. Inhale a little bit. This is detoxify first. Coming up. Rest. You hit down, you hit up, back to the navel and feel a line open. Second line on the side also. Rest. Feel a line open. And the third line on here. Rest. Okay. We start on the lower rib here. So just mostly on the tip of it. Mostly on the tip of it, hitting this way. Hold the bitter angle down. Hold the bitter angle down. Hit it from here. Rib cage by rib cage. And coming up, finally come up with the sternum. Rest, feel your rib cage open, and the chest open and the lung open. Okay. The resting period, think the bone quite bright, and if you have anything, exhale out in a gray color way. In a gray color. The side of the rib cage. Inhale. Open your hand this way. Side here. On the middle here, hit down. To the hip, all the way up to the armpit, and all the way down, and rest. The back, we divide on the back here, along the side up, but don't hit on the spine itself, hit on the side. When you hit to the kidney, a little bit lighter. If you feel this pain or everything more lighter, okay. So you start on the side of the kidney here, hit all the way down to the buttock. From the buttock coming up, and you change your hand and round your scapula. It's very important. Round your scapula, hit it up, and slowly come up to your neck. And all the way down to the middle. We hit the middle line. Now up. Up to the neck. Very light, very slowly. Down to your elbow. Right. The pinky first, small line, pinky line. And inhale, big thumb. All the way. Right. Turn back. Picture your bone getting, the marrow getting brighter and brighter inside. And you exhale outside the gray color out. And feel a golden light and nervous system wrap around the bone. And feel the energy being charged inside there. And absorb the energy back into the bone. And into the joints also. Now the leg. Put one leg to left leg to the front. We start with the big toes. For men, you need to hold your sexual organ up so you don't hit your sexual organ. Okay? So hit on the big toe line. All the way down to the ankle, to the big toe, all the way up. Rest and go down. Middle line. Sometimes this one can help to hit and stretch the tendon also. Breath till a line open and the cheek low. Take as long as you want at home. Okay. Next one we're going to be on the pinky toe. Inhale, go down, hit on the small toe line, all the way on the outside. Right. Now we're going to hit on the back. Put your leg, one hand on the back and the front. The hand on the left on the back. Hit from the buttock all the way down to the back of the knee. All the way to the ankle. All the way up. So you just picture or see a white mist. Inhale. Inhale up. And a white mist go into your bone. Exhale out. A lightly cloudy color. Along the back here a little bit, along the back head here. Right after you do the heating, you need to venting the sick energy and gathering the force. Okay? And we need to do the CHIKUNG sound. We need to do the quiet meditations, and you can do a few gathering force to the navel. You sit for a while, meditate, and absorb the energy chi into the bone. So you inhale, exhale, gathering, inhale. So we're gathering the human plane energy. After 3 times, the man covered with the left hand, woman covered with the right hand, and top the other hand over it. And feel the energy being gathering back into the navel. And feel the energy also being absorbing into the bone, wherever they are. If you have too much in the hand or too hot in the arms and face, absorb it into the bone. Okay, absorb it and store into the bone. The word of the Chinese about absorbing and storing is like when you have a diamond to when you have something, you don't show off too much. You see, if you can tune it down and store it in, and that's what the word of the Chinese say. Try to. That means when you have a lot of chi, a lot of people always go out. Like what Peter said about he feel very strong outside, but inside very weak. But in this one, you conserve inside when you don't use it inside. So internal power inside, but you don't see much outside. Okay, but if you need it, you come out. If you don't need it, and solve it in. Like the army, They don't come out and show the people, oh, here my big gun or here my big airplane. They don't show it. They keep it, you know. Okay, and it's just like the energy. If you, the more you see them, people showing outside, but when you get the real thing, it's not. So you gather and feel the energy in the narrow. So this one called the human plane gathering. The earth plane gathering also very important. Inhale, very slowly to the narrow. Very slowly gathering back to the narrow 3 times or 6 times.
Inhale each time.
Inhale, and you come up, gathering, exhale. Inhale, gathering. You can do 3 or 6 times. Very slowly. When you're too fast, you don't feel them. Okay, and cover your narrow. Feel you gathering the earth force into you. Because when you hit it, when you hang and you hit, you open yourself so much, and you very easily absorb any energy. And that's the earth force gathering. Resting period is very important. Feel you can absorb the energy into the bone, gathering into your navel also. Feel nice, feel warm, feel comfortable inside you. Inhale, very slowly come up. Very slowly, allow you too fast. When you're too fast, you lost everything. Okay? It's just too fast. Okay? Slowly feel the chi. When people do it so fast, because they don't feel anything. Okay? They don't feel anything at all. They just like this and let it finish, then that's it. When you really feel the chi, like you're pulling a silk, you cannot, have no way to do fast, because when you fast, the seal broken, the chi is not there. Okay? So when you do it very slowly, you feel the chi. You feel the chi gathering, coming up to your crown, and let it coming down to your tongue, to your throat, to your heart, to your navel. Very slowly again coming out. You move in a slow way that you can feel the chi, hand cover down to your head, activate the crown, slowly like something melting down, floating down. One more time, 3 times. 3 or 6 times, very slowly, like you're pulling a seal, drawing the chi into you. Rest, gathering the force. Sit there and just use your mind, moving the microcosmic a few times, 3 to 6 times. The next one, the CHIKUNG sound. The CHIKUNG sound. So the first sound, we can do each one 1 or each one 3. But for if you don't want, you want to do now and you don't do at night, you can do 3. If you don't want to do it here now to vent the energy out, you can do only 1. Okay, it's sound 1. So inhale, lung sound. And the sound. Finish, turn your hand down. Breathe in a young energy, the fresh energy in. You exhale and breathe in the young energy in. a lot of belching. Every time when I belch, my saliva just come out like spring. Just so much saliva. They've been doing a research in the Columbia University. They said people with meditation on TM or any meditation to 45 minutes. After that, the saliva will come out very fragrant and sweet, and that will protecting the teeth to declare. In CHIKUNG sound, you do 5 minutes CHIKUNG sound, you have half a cup of saliva. When you start to belch or yawn, you have a cup. For me, it's more than a cup of saliva. It's just continue flow out non 5 minutes. No need 45 minutes now. But about the lung sound, when you rest, you feel you breathe in a white color, white mist into your lung. And any gray thing, let it out. And any sadness, let it out. And feel like courage type feeling. Okay? And this one, you can detoxify yourself out. The next one, the kidney sound is the position. You put your leg together, hold the hand like this, and pull tight. Don't sag this way. Okay? Don't sag. Don't this way. Don't do this way. And sag a little bit, so you feel a restriction on your kidney. And you look up a little bit, and you make your mouth round, and you blow. When you blow, flatten down your stomach. Rest. In the kidney is a blue color, but give you a like if you have fear, like to come out, and it should be come out with a gentleness feeling that way. Okay. The next one is the liver. Inhale, it's balancing the liver. When you overheat, it tune it down. Inhale, coming up, push up, and look up. And the sound is shh, like you tell people don't talk. Quiet silent. When you press up, you press a little bit more on your right hand side and look up. Okay? And the eye open and do the sound. Emphasize when you exhale, emphasize aware your liver, and when you down very slowly, feel you draw, absorbing the qi into you. Absorbing the qi, the yang qi into you. You get rid of the old qi, you're coming down, absorbing the yang qi. Smile dearly, or breathing in a greenness, and feel gentleness coming in more. Okay. Or the angry. Okay. Let it out. Or change it into a kindness. Next sound we call the heart sound. The sound is and a red color, or hatred or impatience. But we want to look for good energy is the love, joy, and happiness. Okay. Now, coming up, look up, press a little bit more on your left hand, the heart side, and look up, and the sound is very slowly. When you exhale all, that's the time you can breathe in more yang energy. When I started to belch or yawn, and I swallow a lot of saliva and a lot of saliva coming out, it lubricates the organ, it cools down the organ, it cleans out the organ also. The next sound is the spleen sound. The spleen sound is the sound is gathering sound in the throat. If you do like a little bit like a throat sound, you feel it activate here, which we're using a yellow color and a worry, or you can feel like an opening and fan is coming in. That's a good energy we are looking for. Okay, so you put your hand a little bit to the left hand side. Inhale, exhale, flatten down this area a little bit. Stomach, spleen, and pancreas. That belching, sometimes people think is a bad manner, but we paying $1 billion to $1 trillion for belch. We have to drink Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, for belch. We have to eat Alka-Seltzer, Rolls-Royce for belch. We have to eat a lot of indigestion thing to get it belch, because people think that is a bad manner, and the gas all trapped in our body, and it just blow up our intestine in our stomach, and we feel uneasy. With this one, if you practice, you belch out, you don't get indigestion. Incredible, so incredible that people don't like to do it. People like to easy, open the mouth and taking a pill. Rolls-Royce, and drink Pepsi, and gas water also, and another one. People need so much gas trapped inside. This one is you do it, you don't have indigestion. People, when they have indigestion, they get pain, pull in the back, intestine all blow up, and it's so very uneasy, very emotional also. The last one, we laying down usually on the bed or on like this, and like he style, you feel like the whole. Do the he style. You can do the hand like this. Inhale and sound he. Feel everything going down. We call draining also. Draining all the way down to your toes. We call fanning or draining out the excess heat or sickness or emotional down. Inhale. Feel your chest flatten down, draining out any excess energy all the way from your organ down to your lower abdominal and down to your leg and down to your toes, and let it go out. Okay, I like to do this draining, or we call the triple warmer sound, or the circulate out. So you retain a good energy. When you drain out, you retain a good energy, drain out the sick energy and the cloudy thing. It's very important. Like when you dump out, you don't dump out all the good thing, you dump out the bad thing and you keep the good thing. Okay? Like in the Taoism said, when you drain out the sick energy like a fish, filtering the oxygen out of the water. Okay? The water go in to the gill, and the gill take the oxygen and let the water go. You don't take all the water into the body. So that is there's a whole thing that when you drain or wending out, you retain the good energy and let the sick energy out. Let the cloudy thing out. But maintain the essence inside you. Inhale. Exhale. Like he's out. Drain it down. Do a few times. You feel the sick energy drain out to your soul of the feet, and put your hand and look at the toes. Feel a cloudy, sick energy come out, okay? And your organ and your body more brighter and brighter. So put your hand here and just look at it. Let the cloudy energy go out, sick energy go out to your toes.
The first step in Qi weightlifting is to practice the power lock exercise 2 or 3 times, pulling the energy up to the crown. Massage the sexual center point to prepare the genitals for the exercise. A silk cloth is used in a circular motion to massage the perineum, the coccyx, and the sacrum. Women begin the sexual energy massage by massaging the breasts, accumulating the energy of the glands, and directing it down to the ovaries and the sexual center. Women continue by massaging the breasts and accumulating the organ's energy and directing it down to the ovaries and sexual center. Women then massage the ovaries directly. Women can continue with the internal egg exercise without the weight, but this is optional. Men begin sexual energy massage with finger massage of the testicles. Next, men continue with tapping the testicles gently with the fingertips. Men elongate the ducts by stretching them with their thumb and forefinger. Finally, men stretch the scrotum and penis tendons by pulling the entire groin down while pulling the internal organs up. To prepare for the chi weightlifting, men fold the cloth and tie it around the penis and testicles, making sure the cloth is tight and secure. Women tie the string through the egg and insert the egg into the vagina, larger end first. Men tie one end of the cloth to the weight-holding apparatus. Women tie the string from the egg to the weight or weight apparatus. Men and women, assuming a weightlifting posture, test the weight before releasing it. While testing the weight with your fingers, pull up the left and right sides of the anus to the left and right kidneys respectively, and contract the perineum. If it does not feel too heavy, gently release the string or cloth from the fingers and hold the weight with the genitals. Swing the weight from 30 to 60 times, inhaling as you pull up with each forward swing. Exhale as the weight moves backward. Men and women first lift the weight from each station of the microcosmic orbit. You will actually be lifting the weight using the power of your mind. Rest as you hold the weight manually or place it on a high surface such as a tabletop. You may prefer to remove it while resting and then attach it again to resume lifting. Collect the energy in the navel during the rest period. Men and women gently release the weight between your legs once again to lift it with the power of the organs and glands, starting with the kidneys. Men lower the weight to the chair or the floor and untie the cloth from the holding apparatus. Then remove the cloth from the groin. Women lower the weight to the chair or the floor and then remove the egg. Men and women practice the power lock exercise 2 or 3 times, pulling the energy up to the crown. Both men and women repeat sexual energy massage following chi weightlifting. First, massage the sexual center, the perineum, the coccyx, and the sacrum. Men should continue with finger massage of the testicles, tapping the testicles with the fingertips, stretching the ducts gently with massage, and stretching the scrotum and penis tendons. Women can continue with massaging the breasts to accumulate the gland energy, accumulate the organ energy, and ending with massaging the ovaries. Following the sexual energy massage, both men and women use the wire beater to allow the body to absorb the sexual energy released through the Qi weightlifting into the bone and bone marrow. Use at least 2 or 3 of the 6 healing sounds, especially the heart and lung sounds. All of them are useful if you have the time to do them. Practice the microcosmic orbit meditation for several minutes. In conjunction with this meditation, you can also practice bone breathing. Use your mind to absorb the released Qing Qi into the bones.